Dear ones, I am Sananda, and I am always happy to continue to speak to my brothers and sisters on earth. Today I will communicate about truths that souls should hear, as it's only for the betterment of their advancement in the ascension process. What has changed since our communication over the years with your kind? The ones who have the desire to know on why certain things continue to be negative will get their answers, while others are just still refusing to acknowledge the truth on why their lives are so difficult. Nothing is going to change on Mother Gaia unless a real spiritual awakening will occur of the human collective consciousness. Ignoring things and continuing to go about as business as usual will not solve nothing. Your environment is progressively deteriorating day by day. Why? Your society has reached the breaking point where it drastically needs to change, or otherwise mankind will disappear as a race. The deep degeneration of your system is happening on all levels, and nothing can't stop it, because the transformation needs to happen if humanity wants to become a galactic light race. Divine is not going to tolerate any more humans' procrastination or excuses and the refusal of acceptance of the truth. Look at your young generations. They are growing weaker on the inside and outside because the light within them is dormant. Without it, they can't flourish. Living through the ego, it doesn't work anymore, and it never really did. It just kept humankind in a slavery state of prison, physically and mentally. This is why your planet is experiencing turmoil globally with the climate and in all other areas. Also, that causes a lot of distress for people who are just trying to survive in this reality. You can't delay anymore your spiritual work. You need to follow the path of the spiritual masters before you, which made the road much easier with all of the truth they revealed, if your race wants to survive and transition to 5D. Evolvement into higher dimensions usually comes with sacrifices. You need to leave behind materialistic desires and values. They don't work in higher reality of light. Being a galactic multidimensional being of light is a responsibility that we, light beings, carry and take seriously every day, working together for peace and harmony of the universe by helping other races in the cosmos. To understand about yourself, on who you really are and on what is your real purpose being here, you can only learn this through the connection to your soul and the universal consciousness of light, which is done through silent meditations. No one can move into higher realms of light without letting go of all of their attachments to 3D. If you will continue to waste time on meaningless things, you are going to stay in low dimensions. Divine is not going to allow any low vibrational humans into the 5th dimension and up, as they will not be able to function there. 3D humans would get burned by the light and crushed from the pressure of higher dimensions. This is on why you need to transform your vessel into a light body. Right now, she is fully in charge of the whole ascension process, and the rest of us are assisting her in this complex transition. Most of your leaders are not serving the light, including the chosen savior of humanity. They will go where the dark souls are, or will be deleted completely from existence for all of the evil things they have done to mankind. Many still have not come to a full realization yet that none of your leaders are going to decide or play any role on what dimension you are going to go next. We, light beings, will. Mainly Divine, Supreme Father, Prime Creator, Ascendant Masters, and Ashtar. This will be determined by your actions in this current life. As an example, did you follow or support light or darkness and its servants? How did you treat others? On what did you spend your free time on? Truth, advancement of your soul, helping others, or just lived a self-centered existence, and so on. Human beings are used to, in this reality, seeing evil or negative actions against others, not being held accountable for it. This will not be the case when ascension happens on Mother Gaia, as galactic and light beings are in charge of it, and not humans. Every human being needs to expand spiritually if they want to move to a new 5D Earth. It's about consciousness and not about the human mind or ego. The human race can't continue to abuse each other and expect to be rewarded for this type of behavior. The consequences will come to those who broke the universal laws of light by harming and abusing others of using their positions of authority and power. I want to clarify one important point that we, light beings, never met or will meet to speak to any of your world leaders, as most of them serve darkness. The representation of galactic light beings on Gaia are advanced souls. Unfortunately, many of them were already forced out of their physical bodies, as the ascension did not happen when it was supposed to. Mankind needs to take responsibility for the fact that it has been dragging their feet regarding the raising of the collective consciousness by being distracted of reading and following lies and false information about their progress. In the end, everyone is going to be responsible for their own destiny on where they will end up, which will be reflected in their overall vibrations, on how high their frequencies are, or on how low they are. It is very simple solution for humanity to follow your heart, ignore all of the meaningless differences being presented to you that were purposefully created by the dark souls to divide you. Start seeing each other as brothers and sisters, expressing oneness, togetherness of one collective soul of light. This will also be reflected in your animal kingdom, where the predators and prey will sit and lay next to each other, no longer becoming food for one another, the natural balance of the universe. Unite for the betterment of the whole humankind and turn your focus on the ones who brought all of the evil to this world. Also, follow the light within your being. It's your key to a higher dimension of 5D or higher. It was mentioned in the past that my twin flame is not Lady Nada. No being in higher dimension goes by the name of Lady. This is a human practice on Earth. When I lived on your world, known by humanity as Jesus, my twin flame did come to this planet. Lady Nada never existed, just like Mary Magdalene, who is a created religious figure. My true twin flame is Asteria, which means star. Also, it was revealed in the past that my mothership is not called the New Jerusalem, as that city did not exist when I was here on Gaia. In my galactic life of Sananda, I would not name the starship, which is a floating city in space, from a past life a long time ago. The actual name of my mothership is Starlight, which means a ship of light, representing light shining through the darkness. You have a very rare event take place in your world from time to time, when the vibrations reach high enough of light in a location, where light moves like a being on top of a cloud, which is known in this reality as a crown flash. We, light beings, present only real facts, and as only the truth will set you free and lead you to a higher realm of light, where there is freedom, harmony, and peace. Sending my supreme love to the souls on Mother Gaia. Thank you, Ambassador of Galactic Light Forces. Human beings should only worship the inner flame of their being, which is the light coming from their soul, and it's their lighthouse guiding them through this dark reality, and not worship anyone or anything outside themselves. Sananda, channeled by Erena Velazquez, Ambassador of Galactic Light Forces.
Shit, what the hell is that? What the fuck is that? Oh my goodness.